Ladies and gentlemen, the time is rapidly approaching in which the PTR for Diablo 3 is getting ready to shut down. They have released, within the last week, what is believed to be the last patch of the PTR, or at least the last major patch. We might see some minor ones in between. If there are any more major patches, there is only going to be at least one. Basically, there was an interview that said we are looking to release one more patch, and then this patch is going to come out at the end of August here. So really, this is more than likely it. I'm not seeing any other patches coming, but if there is another one, that's going to be it. So, what did they do with this patch? Well, there's really only two major things that happened. One, a lot of class changes happened that improved the life regeneration of most of the classes. So I'm seeing a lot of survivability increase there. A lot of skills that may not have been useful before are now fairly useful. I've just started testing out a new shadow power for my demon hunter. I liked using the gas cloud or the healing vapors ability before because it negated damage and gave me a percentage of my health back. But now with the healing, you can see here it's 16,000 life per hit. That's not even runed to give me more. If I were to actually use the rune, I would have 32,000 life per hit. Part of this is due to the changes they made to life on hit. I believe I may have talked on this briefly, but to just go ahead and reiterate, the life on hit has changed on abilities. It no longer has a proc scaler with it anymore. It used to be that all abilities still have a proc scaler. What this is a number, or coefficient, that takes the skill and gives it kind of a power rating. Most abilities that are slow would have like a 1-to-1 rating, whereas most abilities that are fast or may have a large AoE would have a smaller number to compensate. So what would happen before when you had life on hit, say you had 1,000 life on hit, a slow ability would give you that full 1,000 life on hit. So you would hit an enemy, you'd get 1,000 back. But if it was an ability that hit quickly, you might only get 500, like let's say you got 2 attacks per second compared to 1. You might get 500 life per hit instead of the full 1,000 because you're attacking faster. In the end, the life you're getting per second is still about the same. What they've done is they've made it so that every cast now is what procs the life on hit. You still have to hit a monster. You still actually have to hit, but the life on hit is now counted on cast. Now there are, I believe, things in place to make it so that the fast abilities will only happen so often, so they'll have kind of maybe an internal cooldown. I don't know the exact details on that, but there were major changes there, and that's why a lot of these abilities and the life regeneration has started to come into play. The life on hit looks like it's kind of in a good spot now, so now they've increased the life regeneration. So you're going to see a lot of your abilities that gave you life per second have been increased. So I'm using this, and my boar has, of course, been upgraded from my companion here. 5,364 passive life regeneration, which is pretty nice. So that's the first major thing. A few other changes here and there, but that's the major thing. The second major thing is the way they handle greater rifts and handle the way legendary gems are upgraded. So first and foremost, I'm at the end of a normal rift here, and I'd like to show you that the Keystone of Trials is now an item, a physical item that drops. I just killed the boss of the area, and he dropped the Keystone of Trials. It used to be it was just put into your inventory, and it would give you a pop-up that says, you've gotten this thing. Now you actually have to pick it up. Now the next thing I'm going to have to check out is whether or not legendary gems are dropping on a one boss kill ratio in the greater rifts. So I'll take a look at that. But while I'm sitting here waiting for my rift to close, let me show you something else I didn't get to talk about. This was added a patch or two ago on the PTR. The salvage on the blacksmith here has some new buttons added. You can now salvage all of your white items, all of your blues, and all of your yellows at the push of a button. Something I know a lot of people have been asking for, and I didn't actually get a chance to throw this into one of my other videos, but I figured now is a good chance since I'm looking at it. And this will probably be the last major video I put out for the PTR anyway, since it's the last major patch, so I might as well mention it here. So you can just push the button, it'll ask you, are you sure you want to do this? Everything I had blue is converted, same thing with the yellows. You still have to use the individual salvage for legendary items. Alright, so they're still sticking to the Key of Trials, but the trials have been modified from the last time I was in there. They will now allow you to skip certain waves. So the waves don't, before the waves correlated to a 1-to-1 basis of each wave would give you a rank in the Greater Rift. So if you cleared 30 waves, you would probably get a level 30 Keystone Rift. They've modified that a little bit now so that you don't get as much because they don't want you to be put into a rift immediately. That might be too tough for you. So they're kind of scaling back where they'll be judging you so that you can at least get 1 or 2 rifts done before you have to stop. So we'll go into the trial. And we'll get all set up here so you can see it. Not too much has really changed here. It's still in the realm of shadow. Now, the waves will upgrade over time. So you see I got wave 1. The faster I clear the waves, I may end up jumping waves. Kind of like if you would clear a rift quickly, you might jump up in rift difficulty. So you can see here, wave 6 cleared, now I'm on wave 11. So the faster I clear, the higher up it's going to go. So I went from 11 to 14. That's going to go up fairly quickly. So let me clear this out, see what my final wave is, and then we'll see what it correlates to as far as the Rift Keystone. Alright, so I completed the Rift and got a Keystone rank 14. I think I was on wave 19 when I ultimately lost. So you can see it scales back just a little bit. And you do still get compensated a bit with experience and gold for completing the trial. Alright, I'm getting close to finishing off this Rift so we can check out the reward system. Wanted to go over real quick something else I know I didn't talk about in another video, is that they made a change to Greater Rifts. I had mentioned at one point in one of the previous videos that you could leave a Rift and change your equipment and then go back in and change your skills as well. They've made it so that you can't do that anymore. Even if you go back to town, you can still go back to town. So you can do that to clear out your inventory, not that anything drops in a Greater Rift, but you can actually leave if you need to, do whatever you need to, like if you just have to get out to step away for a moment or something like that. You can, but you cannot change your equipment and you cannot change your skills even when you're in town anymore. So they have that on lockdown. That happened a little while ago. That's not anything that happened just recently or in this last week's patch, but I never got to cover it. So I thought I'd go ahead and put it here somewhere. Make sure I chronicle it for the sake of completeness. Now, I did get to rank 14, as you might recall, especially since I'll be editing this together, so that was probably only a couple minutes ago. But it's felt very fair. Very fair. 3 minutes, 36 seconds. Not bad. Jeez. Okay, so apparently plenty of gems dropping here. All right. Let's grab them. That was kind of unexpected. All right, so it felt very fair. So I think the Rift of Trials was a very good evaluation because honestly, this didn't feel too difficult. It didn't feel too easy. It was probably right around where I could handle it. It looks like now we have to identify our legendary gems when we get them, so I'll go ahead and do that now. And here you'll see a couple changes they've made to the power scaling of these gems. So here we have the Bane of the Powerful. This one gives you the 20% increased damage for 20 seconds after killing an elite pack. And you can see it also has the increased damage against elites by 15% at rank 25. First thing you might notice is that it's been decreased from rank 50 to rank 25 in order to get the secondary bonus. Now, something that's changed about these gems that was something they were originally going to do is that they don't scale infinitely. And it was something I had a feeling they were going to do because some of the gems just seemed like they would get way too powerful. And I had a feeling they were going to have an upper limit. Well, we've got that confirmed. These will have an upper limit. They will have 200 ranks now. So at 200 ranks, you get the maximum amount of power that this gem can possibly give you. The previous upper limit when they were messing around with this was 50, and that was when you got the secondary effect, so you wouldn't get that until you maximize the gem. Now you'll get the effect at rank 25, so about a quarter of the gem's power will give you the secondary effect, but you can still increase its power further beyond that. They've also changed the way that you'll be upgrading these gems. I'll go over that here in a second. Let's look at the second gem real quick. Bane of the Powerful, 20% increased damage for 20 seconds after killing. Oh, same thing. Okay. So what we're seeing here is that there has been a change, that it used to be you could only get one of each type of gem on a character. You had to use a different character to get a different type. Now I've gotten 2 Bane of the Powerfuls on this character alone. So I'll have to do some more testing for the rest of this video to determine if it's going to be completely random, the gems we get, or if we're going to start getting one of each. I kind of like the system where you got one of each, because you could only wear one of each type anyway. And that allowed you to have all the gems, and then you just have to worry about powering them up. But this can be nice too, because it does create a little bit of that randomness still, and you still have to hope to get the one that you absolutely want. Unfortunately, getting 2 of the same exact gem, well, that's RNG working against me. Now, there is a change that I like here. You may recall, again, that I stated in one of the videos that I didn't like that you had to basically lose in order to upgrade these gems. You'll notice that even though I won this rift, Urshi spawned. Normally, you would just end it. You'd be done. And Urshi would not spawn unless you failed to kill the Guardian in time. Now, anytime you finish a greater rift, Urshi will appear, whether or not you beat the timer or not.
My name is Urshi, and like when the champions of ages, if you have a gem of sufficient quality, I'm here to help.
Alright. It is at this point you have a choice. You can choose to upgrade your gem or to upgrade your keystone. So you don't have to go through all the rifts and ultimately get to the point where you have to lose. You can just do it now. And this is why the Realm of Trials is a good thing, because you can then basically shoot yourself up to a higher rank and then just be done. Just say, okay, I don't want to do any more rifts. I just want to go ahead and upgrade the gem. The downside to upgrading the gem is that you lose the ability to upgrade the keystone, and vice versa. If I upgrade the keystone, I'll get a better Griff Fragment, but I can't upgrade the gems. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, because I'll upgrade the gem on the next one. And you'll see that it will tell me I will get a rank 15. Now, if I try to upgrade the gem, I will have 3 chances to upgrade a gem. Now, I can use that on one gem 3 times, or I can split it up any way I want across 3 different gems. So I can upgrade one gem twice and another gem once. So I can constantly be upgrading my gems in power. Alright, so it looks like I'm still getting a gem with each completion, which is good to see. For this one, I will go ahead and upgrade a gem. Here I got the Wreath of Lightning, 15% chance on hit to gain a Wreath of Lightning, 600% weapon damage as lightning every second to nearby enemies, and while under the effects of Wreath Lightning, you can gain 25% increased movement speed at rank 25. So alright, let's go ahead and let's do Upgrade Gem. I could have gone on the 17, but we're going to do Upgrade Gem just for the sake of this. And we can see that the UI looks much better now, so we've actually got some art to it. And we can go ahead and choose our upgrades. So, you can go ahead and choose which one you want, and it does still show items that are in gear, because I did put inside my Hellfire Amulet here, I have the Bane of the Powerful. You can see that both Bane of the Powerfuls are listed here. Now, the downside is, as far as I can tell, it still doesn't tell me which one is inside an item. So I'm kind of guessing here, shooting in the dark, as it were. So I still wish that there was a way to tell which one of these is inside gear, because it would make it very easy for me to just say, oh, okay, this one's in my item, let me go ahead and upgrade it now. I can choose any one I want. You can see I do have 3 upgrades, and I have a 100% chance to upgrade. So why is the chance 100% now, especially since I'm only on difficulty 15? And we saw that previously I would be on rank 20 and only had like a 50% chance. Well, there's a new power structure for how these gems actually work. Previously, it did not matter what level of rift you were on to upgrade a gem, other than the chance to upgrade that. I had spoke before that I didn't believe that you needed to have a higher rank of a rift in order to get a higher rank of gem. That was something I was slightly concerned about in regards to ever maximizing their potential. That is no longer the case. Now, the chance to upgrade your gem is related on 2 factors. 1, how powerful is the gem? And 2, how powerful of a rift, or what difficulty of a rift, did you just clear? These are both, or all three, rank 1 gyms. There is a 100% chance because I'm in a rift 15 levels above these gyms. The chance to upgrade these will go down the more powerful the gyms get based on the rift I'm in. What this means is that up until you get to the level of rift you can complete, like let's say I can do rank 20 still, and that's kind of my upper limit. That means I can 100% guarantee that my gyms are going to be rank 20, because it will always be a 100% chance to upgrade. So I'll go ahead and do one. I like that, a little bit of a rune play there. And now we can see that I can do it again, and it's still 100% chance. And it's going to stay 100% chance until this gym gets to the exact same level of the rift I'm in. So once it gets to gym level 15, it's going to be 100%. The moment I go over the chance, or over the level of the rift, the chance drops off substantially. According to Blue Post, the chance that you get is dropped by half for every rank or every difficulty level you are above the gym. So I'm in a level 15 rift. I can upgrade to a level 15 gym. But the moment my gym hits level 16, it will now be a 50% chance. Actually, the numbers they give are a little bit different, but for the sake of kind of giving you the idea, let's talk about these hypothetical numbers. So let's say it goes from 100% to 50%. So in other words, in order to get a level 16 gem, if I could only clear a rank 15 rift, it would only be 50% chance. If I upgraded it one level further, let's say I got it to level 17, that would now be a 25% chance. It would go from 50 to 25, then from there down to about 13, and so on and so forth. So the higher the gym gets, the higher in rifts you're going to want to go. So that kind of answers the question of why would you continue playing the rifts, right? If you could just upgrade your gym at the end of each rift, why would you want to keep trying to challenge yourself and get higher and higher in the rift system, since there didn't appear to be a reward for it? Well, now the reward is being able to upgrade your gyms. If you want to have a level 25 gym, you're probably going to want to get your gear up to a point where you can clear a level 25 rift. If you want to get 200 levels of gyms, well, you're probably going to be working at this for a long time. So what this means is that we're probably not going to see some of the most powerful gyms for quite a while unless people get really lucky. The chance should never go to 0 based on the whole 50% rule. It depends on how they round, if they round up or round down. So you'll probably have at least a 1% chance on a gym every time you complete one of these rifts, because it can only go down by half each time. By the law of exponents, that means you will never quite get to 0. Now the good news is I did manage to choose the right gym when I was upgrading them, and you can see here in the description it shows the rank of the gym inside the item, so you now know exactly what rank you're dealing with. So with these changes, what they've done is made that each individual upgrade of your gym is less powerful than it was the last time I reported this. Back when it was a rank of 50 was the cap, you would get more power per level. But now you get less power per level, but you can do it 3 times. So previously I got lucky, I got 2 ranks instead of just 1. Now I can choose. I can, if I have 3 gems that I'm using constantly, I can upgrade them all, do them all equally. I can choose to focus on 1. And part of that will also depend upon the power of the gem, which one's going to be better for me, and which rifts I end up going through. So you're going to have some interesting play choices there once you start getting the levels up. So in the very beginning, it might be better to go ahead and just quickly do the rift and upgrade the gems quickly that way. But that's only going to last for so long, depending upon how quickly you can do the rift of trials. But keep in mind too, the more of these rifts you do, the more gems you'll get. And until you have all the gems you want, you may want to just continue to go through up the difficulty and then start leveling up the gems and then worrying about getting higher difficulty once your gems are reaching to the power level that you've hit. So that's mostly it. Those are the 2 major changes. The way the gems are upgraded and the changes to healing in general. So life on hit going up, but only counting per cast now. There's no more scalers on it, so you're not going to get 500 life on hit when you have 1,000. You'll get a full 1,000 every time you hit. depending upon internal cooldowns. I believe it's all internal cooldown based now, but that's supposed to make life on hit more understandable. And then you have this that changes to the gym. So what I'll do is I'll go through another boss or two just to make sure that this appears to be a 100% drop chance. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I've got enough testing to kind of show, or to kind of say that it looks like these gyms are going to be guaranteed drops with each Guardian. So you kill the Guardian, it seems like they are going to 100% drop a gem, but that gem is going to be random. I've only found one duplicate so far, so this is obviously information that could be different, but I've also found out that the patch is coming out tomorrow. Or probably today. This video will more than likely get released the day of the patch, and I'm talking about August the 26th. So do keep that in mind. And with that in mind, I wanted to do something of a tribute to my poor little demon hunter here, who I will lose forever. Which is a shame, because it's far more badass than the demon hunter I have on live. I have a full 6-piece Marauder set with my turrets doing tons of damage with my Impale. And it's just... it feels good, man. It feels good. But I'm going to lose it all. My Demon Hunter will have to build himself back up again, which is unfortunate, but also gives me something to look forward to when the patch comes out. So, one thing I want to touch on, since I'm not sure I mentioned it, I did mention that you have the option of upgrading your Keystone or upgrading your gems on these rifts if you succeed. I don't know if I mentioned that if you fail, yes, you can still upgrade your gems, you just simply can't upgrade the Rift Fragment. So if you don't complete it within the time allowed to you, then you still have the option to increase your gem. This will be the only thing you can choose. You can't choose this one. So that's, honestly, as I mentioned before, something I'm really happy to see, because I didn't like the fact that you had to pretty much fail in order to get the gems. But it also means you can pick and choose. Do you want to go ahead and go through a whole bunch of greater rifts with the chance of getting good loot? Because the Rift Guardians, as you can see, can drop some decent loot. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the gem. Let me see here, I got the Moratorium. Damage is staggered. Oh, 25% damage you take is staggered over 3 seconds. That's pretty nice.
You have a gem.
Alright, so we'll go ahead once more. Go ahead and do the upgrade gem to show it off. Let's go ahead and pick the one I've already upgraded to rank 3. Here we go, rank 3. Succeeded. And still 100% chance. 100% chance. So there we go. So as long as my gem is underneath the level of the rift, and this rift was level 19, I'm definitely guaranteed to get that gem powered up. And that's another change I'm really happy with. Because before, I would complete a rift, I got up to level 19, 20, and I failed upgrading my gem twice in a row. And that just doesn't feel good. And so in this case, I'm getting upgrades. The upgrades aren't as powerful, but it's still going up in power. And I'm getting at least 3 ranks in upgrades each time. So if I can continue to increase my power, I can ultimately get to the rank 25. Rank 25 feels very reachable. I'm already getting to difficulty 19. I could have gone further. So I can more than likely get my gems up to 25 without too much difficulty here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. This is patch 2.1. This will be coming out here the 26th on Tuesday. And again, this video probably will be out early morning that day. So the servers will probably go down not too long after this video comes out, and then this patch will come out, and you'll have this to look forward to. So honestly, I am very excited. I'll more than likely be going out and playing quite a bit to try and get some of these gems on my real character. And what I'll probably do, as I have some time, I might go and do a live stream for a season to try and get up to level 70. And there's a chance I'll go ahead and put it up on YouTube as well, just kind of post a VOD of it, 2 hours at a time. And I'm tempted to do a random challenge for that. Something I saw done by Ziggy D when he did it for Path of Exile. So I'm thinking about picking even though I don't normally do hardcore, I'm thinking about picking a hardcore character and just randomly choosing my build every level and seeing how that works out. So feel free to check me out on Twitch. I'll more than likely be doing that, but I can't tell you exactly which times. It depends on when the servers come up and what's happening here, but that will more than likely be happening. So if you would like to follow me on Twitch TV, that's twitch.tv/RuRoniKage. Link is usually in the ending card of the videos each time or on my front page here on YouTube. You can feel free to follow, and you should get an email whenever I come up. Or follow me on Twitter. I do put an announcement on Twitter every time I do that. So if you're interested in checking that out and seeing how it goes, we'll have fun with it. All right, I look forward to seeing if anyone comes by. Of course, I'm always watching chat because I like to be interactive with all of you wonderful viewers. So thank you for coming by. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the next time.